This is a 2009 Honda Civic LX 4-door sedan. We were doing an oil change. Previous video we just did the transmission fluid change. We still have it jacked up on ramps, and there's a jack there just in case you will need the oil pan to catch the oil. You will have 5W20 quarts. There's 4 quarts that this car will need. I think it's like 3.9. We might use the whole 4, we'll see. The funnel, a 17mm wrench, and this is a Fram filter. I use usually Mobile 1, but I had this one lying around from an old change, TG7317. Depends on which one you get from Fram. They're all pretty good. I mean, I'm using a synthetic oil, so it'll last a little longer. Hopefully, I'm driving a lot in this car. I'm probably doing about 3,000 miles a month, so I'm probably changing every 2 to 3 months. All right, come over to the car, open the hood, and then first thing I did before anything is to take that oil cap off to release some of the pressure before you go into the car and take the bolt out. So when we're down here under the car, like I said before, you put the catch can here. You have the down pipe from the exhaust. On this side was the transmission. This side was the engine oil. This plug right here on the outside is a 17mm bolt. We loosen it and we drain the oil. I already broke it, so just, careful. It's gonna shoot everywhere, so make sure you have the pan in the right place. While you're down here and it's leaking, you have your oil filter right here. I would empty that as well if you're doing a full oil change between the filter and the oil. Make sure on both cases, the filter and the plug, that the gasket is not stuck to the car, that it comes with either the bolt or the oil filter, so you can either replace it or put it back if it's still in working condition. All right, so we've removed the filter and the plug down there. It's draining very slowly. And this is the new filter. That's the number there, TG7317. What I like to do, and I've seen this trick before, is get a little bit of oil, new oil preferably, and rub it right on the top here on this gasket, this rubber piece here, so that it fits pretty nicely on there. You don't want it to be dry before you put it back under the car, okay? Again, make sure that the gasket off the original filter, this part, is not stuck on the bottom of the car. All right. So we are on top of the car now. I put the filter and I put the bolt on the bottom. I usually put them as tight as I can, hand tight. I don't overdo it, and I don't tighten it too much because I don't want to be struggling next time I do this. If you're someone that does all this maintenance yourself, then I would recommend doing it so that you can take it off next time. As long as there's no leak, that's fine. So, funnel up top. I have 4 quarts here. We're gonna fill it up, and then we're gonna turn it on, maybe drive it around the block, come back and check the dipstick and make sure the level is good. The specs say 3.9 quarts, but we're doing the oil and the filter, so I'll probably do 3.75 and check it out, see if that's enough.